forward and Dolores will step forward. Let's hold off on Teresa for a minute. Let's even put her, and Margaret's just going to stand there. So if this is really going to be announced at BravoCon, look, there are as many different panels going on at once. We'll do a whole thing of how to handle BravoCon and what to do. But if they're going to be standing on the stage and Marge is just going to be standing there with egg on her face, like, sorry, girl, you're not part of it. I do think that's weird. So that does lead me to think that Marge would be in, but I'm not convinced yet. So maybe either it won't be announced at BravoCon and Marge won't be in. Maybe she will be in. I'm not sure. I could see a world in which Margaret, Dolores, and Melissa come back. I could see that world. It makes, you know what it is? Margaret would be such a good friend of. Really. There's no insults here. I just don't see her as I don't know. She just reads as older than the rest of the cast to me. She'd be a great friend of, like a Tilly, a Jennifer Tilly that swoops in. She'd be a great New Jersey Jennifer Tilly. But I don't know. I think if they're going to announce it at BravoCon and these four women are there, I think it is new Margaret, Melissa, and Teresa. Margaret, Melissa, and Dolores are returning to RHONJ, and Teresa's getting her spinoff. Mind you, New Jersey, if it's without Teresa, has to do well. You got a lot of pressure now on you, Melissa. And mind you, Teresa getting your own show and holding your nose up high, you also have to do well. So the problem with Teresa's spinoff, which I think is going to happen. See, here's the thing. It's like RHONY. Y'all couldn't deal with firing the whole RHONY cast. So they said, we're going to have two RHONYs. That day I went on air and I said, this is bullshit. They're giving you the first RHONY as a consolation prize. They don't care about the first RHONY, the OGs. They're going to do one season and burn it off, and all of you are going to forget about it, and this other thing is going to go forward. If they give Teresa her own show, which I do think is going to happen, I think that that is the consolation prize because it is very hard to carry your own show. She might do it. Don't Be Tardy went on for a long time. Manzo'd with Children, Jackson Brittany Take Kentucky did not. So I think if they give Teresa her own show, it'll be a year of New Jersey without her. We ain't bringing her back at that point. The ship has sailed. And if her show doesn't do well, now we've had a year to adjust to we've adjusted, whether we hate the new RHONY or not, we've adjusted. Our minds are adjusted. The shock of RHONJ without Teresa will be hit, but she'll get her own show as the consolation prize, the same way the OGs got their own show. If it doesn't do well, Teresa will be gone from Bravo in that capacity. And even if New Jersey isn't great, we'll have had a year to psychologically adjust to this. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's where I am with that. I think that's going to happen. I think if anything, it is Marge, Dolores, and Melissa. They'll announce it at BravoCon, and Teresa will be given the consolation prize. Yeah, that's what I think. I'm still not sure about Marge, but if it's on BravoCon, I can't see. I don't think just because you're going means that that's how it's going to play out. They might announce this before, and Marge might still be going. The reason why I don't believe in the whole BravoCon thing is it's like telling us what's going to happen. It's like telling us what's going to happen. Like, if they really wanted to surprise us, they wouldn't have said Melissa was going and Dolores and Teresa and Margaret. They would have held that and said more surprise guests. And a week before BravoCon, they would have said Melissa's added, Margaret's added, Dolores is added. So I think it's like laying your cards out there. I don't think Bravo's that like transparent. Like if it was that simple of these are the four, I don't believe that. So I don't believe this whole just because you're going to BravoCon, those are the people. Anyway, Andy, that's a really long way of saying, dispelling some of the rumors and nastiness and saying Andy said very soon. We're figuring it out. Junior G. You know my friend Junior G? Listen, if you see Louis in a dark alley, ask him for business advice and do the exact opposite. If you see Junior G in a dark alley, run! She's a thug in a cocktail dress, but Junior G and Teresa, the animal across the river, they are back. Special forces. We've seen Sandoval on there, Denise. I don't know. I think I'm okay with this, guys. I'm okay with this casting. I think it's good casting. Look, and there's no shade to Teresa. You know, Candy Burris is like, Atlanta, what? I ain't coming back. She's thriving. Teresa's star is dimming. Look, she's got lots of opportunities. She's done Celebrity Big Brother, Celebrity Apprentice. She did Celebrity Apprentice, not Big Brother. She would never do Big Brother, she says. Although she will, let's face it. Celebrity Apprentice. She did Dancing with the Stars. She did Villains. She's still marketable. It's a big name in reality TV. Her star is fading in the sense of she's not like the protected housewife she once was. As her star fades, Gia's is rising. Love her or hate her. Next Gen was a success. I didn't like Gia on it. It seems like a lot of you didn't like her on it. She's the outlier. She said with Andy, she's learned and she's grown and she's going to come back a much different person, which I believe she's going to try. I still don't think she fits in, but her star is on the rise. Just growing up a housewife kid. Now you have your own show. I mean, it's not her show, but she's listed as Gia from Next Gen. So Gia's star is on the rise. So in a way, Teresa does benefit from that, and there's no shade to that. So I think it's good casting. I love the idea of any time on Survivor, Big Brother, when it's two people that are dating, or like it's Evil Dick and Danielle on Big Brother, the father and daughter. Oh, that was such good TV because they had this deep, dark, sick history in the real world, and they didn't get along. And so I think, one of these two ladies is going to go home before the other. So, does Gia get sent home and Teresa speaks up? Excuse me, I'd like her to stay. Teresa starts. I could see that happening. Gia, you're eliminated. And Teresa said, may I say something? I'm going to fall on the sword for my daughter. And And she has what it takes to go further than me. And I'm going to fall on the sword for her. Mind you, I think then the special ops people are going to say, you know what? You're both staying. That's a heroic act, Teresa. That's what the special forces are all about. The crowd goes wild. The tree huggers. Oh, the tree huggers are in the front row today. Oh, yes, they are. Hi, tree huggers. I know you guys have been scared of me sitting in the back row. I'm on fire today. You're in the front row today. I have nothing against Teresa. Nothing. I just call it like it is. She's been the animal across the river lately. I don't love her, but I don't need to love her. It's not about me. So I could see that. Teresa falling on the sword, let me go home instead of my daughter. And then them saying, you're both staying. What a heroic act. But I love any type of familiar relationship when it's on an elimination show. I think that's interesting. I think Gia's star is on the rise. Teresa benefits from that. I love that they're both casted together. Say what you want. Andy has nothing to do with Next Gen. He can't save Gia. He couldn't save Kenya from Housewives, even though he's the executive producer. It was legal and way over his head as far as like the levels of decision. When you see Gia on that thing, watch what happens a few weeks ago where she was like this, and he's like, you have just been more insightful in 3 minutes than your mother has in 10. Andy loves Gia, loves Teresa, he loves them. Because Teresa like fucking ruined her life and gave her life to the damn show. He should love her. But I think it's a great idea. Love it. It'll bring them closer together. Say what you want about Teresa. She is a good mother. And yeah, I thought I had something else to say that I can't remember, but I think it's up. Well, the only other thing is, at first I'm like, look, Teresa isn't the sharpest tool in the shed. This is the Survivor. She flipped a table. She had Danielle Staub pull Marge's hair. Tisk tisk tisk. This is how we play favorites at Bravo. Staub takes the fall. She's a friend of. She gets fired. And Kenya Moore is fired. I don't know if Teresa was exposed for that. She might be fired, but I will never fire Teresa, right? At that time back in the day. So the woman flipped a table and she went to fucking prison. So you know that people were just all her bitch in prison and she was running that place. The same way Shawshank Redemption is probably doing that now with Ghislaine Maxwell and Elizabeth Holmes. So in the Shaw Amazing classes. So Teresa, special forces, let's not rule her out. Same with Denise. She did well. She busted the implant. This is Charlie's ex. She's been through a lot. Teresa, I think, will go far. And honestly, I don't know if we know what Gia is made of, but I bet you Gia ain't no pushover there either. Jesse Smollett is there. He's having the redemption. So it's on, guys. We got to speed it up. This is Mark Estes, the hottest guy in the world. Oh, Kristen Cavallari's ex. Anyway, very